Hey everybody, sorry. I have my door open on the other side of the room because I just mixed up my lye solution. But the wind blew and puffed it back in my direction. Just giving it a stir. Because this is a big batch of soap and sometimes some of the lye wants to settle on the bottom of the container. Today I am making 160 ounce, which is, let's see, total after the cured weight of 15 and a half pounds of soap. Whew, that wind just puffed all that back in here and got me good. I'm going to be doing the heat transfer method. So I'm just going to measure all of my oils and butters out in here, and then I'll add the hot lye solution to this and melt it down. This is a Bastille soap, and this is my puppy and you soap because you can use it, but it's also great for little puppies because it's Bastille soap and it's great. What is a Bastille soap? A Bastille soap is a soap that is more olive oil than your other oils, and so that's what this is. So I'm going to need, and this is a really, really good recipe. I played around with it a couple of times. The last time was that last month when I made this, not the last time, last month when I made this. I tweaked the recipe just a little more, and the lady who orders it for dog shampoo in her shop just says everybody absolutely loved it. So she's already ordered more and didn't even have it for a complete month. So I'm going to share the recipe with you. I'm not going to write it down in the description box, but if you watch the video in full, you'll get the recipe. Alright, so I need 48 ounces of coconut oil. So I don't get oil all over my fingers. Now for the puppy shampoos, I don't use any fragrance oil, but I do use essential oils that would be gentle for the puppies. Well, we got a long way to go. I would put this in my microwave and melt it. It's been a little cool here. Today's nice, but the last few days were sort of cool days here. Not sure what your weather was like, but anyway, the last time I tried to put it in the microwave, there was just one little sliver of that foil ring that goes around the top of this coconut oil, and it did that little spark thing. So that scared me, and I didn't want to do it again. So, but I do hate digging down in these containers because they make a mess all over your hands. Let me get my cloth. I hear grandchildren playing in the background. Another jar. I had run out of coconut oil and had to get some from the grocery store while I waited for an order to come in, but I do use this quite often. It's just not that expensive in retrospect. So I have to also say, please ignore the music in the background. I didn't turn off the radio, and I'm not affiliated with the music. It's just the radio is playing. Hopefully when I edit the video I can get rid of the background noise, but just in case I have to say that. keep forgetting how much I said I needed, and it's 48 ounces. And again, I explained to you, I have 2 grandchildren that live with us right now. One is 2 and the other is 5. And apparently they don't like each other a lot of the time. Sounds like she's pretending she has a megaphone. Almost there. I'm hoping I don't have to open up anything else. But I have a stinking feeling that I'm going to have to, because the first jar was nowhere near full, not even half full. I need like 3 more ounces. Let me see if I can scrape any amount out of this jar with the spatula. And I hate to open another jar for like 2 ounces. Anything scrapable in here. I'm going to have to go get another jar, so I'm going to put you on pause for just a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me get rid of some of this trash from these jars. The trash can's getting full. We're going to have to get it emptied. Okay, so that is our coconut oil. So the next thing that we're going to need is palm oil. And we're going to need 32 ounces of palm oil. Good Lord, I don't want to have to go melt that jar down, but it doesn't look like there's enough of it in here. I didn't plan very well, y'all. Let me get a paper towel. This handle's super greasy from all that coconut oil. Let's see how much we can get out of here. When I get the big containers, they're in like gallon jugs. And so what I usually do is I melt it down and just pour it in here so it's easy to scoop. I don't like to have to keep pouring and pouring and pouring. At some point I was scooping this with a little plastic spoon, and here's my little plastic spoon that fell down in there. Usually it's not quite this messy to scoop it, because usually it's not quite this hot. Like I said, today's warmer, and it had been solid. Let's try to pour it. Let's see what we get. I said I needed 32 ounces. Alright, we're at 31, so there might just be enough, which will be good. Come on. here we go. Thank you, Jesus. God is good all the time. So I need to put the foil back on there because I just need to melt down the other palm, wash that out, melt down the other palm oil and add it to it. Alright, so that was the palm oil. And the palm oil that I use is sustainable palm oil. And then we need 72 ounces of olive oil. And I get my olive oil from Costco because that is like the best price. And I said 72 ounces, so let's see what we got here. Remember, we need so much of it because it is the main ingredient of the soap. But it makes a great conditioning bar of soap. It does have a good lather. Okay, we're at 69. 70, 71, 72. Okay, so we have 72 ounces of olive oil, and now we need 8 ounces of castor oil. Tear out the scale. And our 8 ounces of the castor oil is 5% of the recipe. And I find that the castor oil, it really does work best at 5%. Anything more than that, I mean, you can use more, but I wouldn't use more than 8%. Alright, so that was 8 ounces of castor oil, which makes up the 5%. Alright, so now I'm going to move the scale and get this over here so you can see. Oh, you know what, before I do that, because of this soap, I go ahead and put my essential oil in there. And let's see, this is Lavender Essential Oil. Okay, and that's 5 ounces. And I'm just going to go ahead and add it in. Now this lady does like it to be slightly colored, but just like with just the hintiest hint of color, so we don't put a lot in. It's just so minute you almost can't see it, but she likes for people to know that it's lavender. And so I use Jam Session by Nurture Soap, and I really just don't put that much in. Like that might even be too much. Might be slightly purple, more purple. Okay. So now I'm going to get my hot, whoops, hold on. This is very hot, this container, so I don't want to set it directly on the table. But I do need to give this a stir. I did add 2 teaspoons of salt to this. And let's see, just one little chunk of salt left in there. I do have sodium lactate that I get from Nurture Soap, but this soap, it gets hard enough pretty much on its own. I like to add the salt to it because it just does something to the soap as far as the lather goes. I'm going to take this one little clump of, I'm not sure if it's salt or it's lye. That didn't melt, but I just want to get rid of it. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. And I'm going to try to pour it in without burning myself or spilling any of it. Not a lot of splashing, so that was a success. And I'm just going to stir it around some with my spoon. I think I'm going to have to run and grab my, I have a big silver spoon that I use in the soap room. And I'm pretty sure it's still out there in the dishwasher. But it's longer, so I'll be right back. I'll put you on pause, and I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, I'm back, and I have my big spoon here. I will be using the stick blender, but I like to get most of this sort of melted down first. And get the stick blender to it so we can get all this combined together. Get got another cord in my way there. You know what, that little hand purple wasn't quite enough. I forgot that this is a bigger batch for her this time. Now that's my mom, and I hate to not answer the phone for my mom, but she has this uncanny knack of calling me when I'm in the middle of doing a video or making soap. And I can't just get off the phone with her. She had a stroke, not this past Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving, and I do mean Thanksgiving, we were having dinner. But anyway, she had a stroke, not this past Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before, and she has become very impatient, almost like a child when she wants something. And she, I don't know if any of you are bird lovers, but she wants some guineas. They're like a chicken family. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I found a lady who has some, and I told her that I would be getting her some of these from this lady as soon as she can gather them up for me. And this was 2 days ago, and my mom's about to have a hissy to get those guineas. So she'll call me like 3-4 times every day about these guineas and ask me, have you got my guineas yet? Do you have my guineas yet? Do you want to just keep those guineas for yourself? And it's like, Mom, I don't want them, but I will get them for you and bring them to you just as soon as I can secure them. And I guess that's just not quite good enough for her. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, the last time I did it, you couldn't really tell it was a light purple until it had cured. And I just leave it at a light trace. I will continue to stir it with my spoon for a little bit. I was trying to see if I have a piece of her batch from the last time left, like an end piece. I normally send, if there's any extra, I usually just send it to my customer from their batch. But see, it's not really purple. It's just like there's a hint of purple. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. But if I keep little leftover pieces, then I turn around and use them in my own bath. Because they're just, as you can see, they're just, and this is all I put in here. There's nothing else, just lavender essential oil and all the other soap making oils. That's why I say for myself, it's puppy and me soap because, or puppy and you soap because you can use it and so can your puppy. I do just want to make sure it's at a good trace and that everything is completely combined. And I can smell the lavender. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more lavender. And no, I didn't measure that. But it was about 1/2 ounce. I just really want the lavender to come through for her. She likes for it to really have a lavender scent. Okay, so that's at a good light trace. There's no oil streaks or anything like that that would indicate that it wasn't completely mixed in. And here goes the other fun part. This container is just not that easy to pour from. Let me stick my stick blender in my water here so I can clean it in a bit and get rid of these things. That scared me for a minute when I heard that. Right. Leave that there so it doesn't do a no-no and tip things over. It's never done it, but it's always the first time for everything, right? Alright. And if I recall, this is going to fill up this container, and then I'm also going to have to use this, and I may even have some bars that I'll have to pour separately. So let me get ready before I start pouring. Be able to get something to be able to move this other mold with. If I can find where I put it. It's one of my favorites. But what did I do with it? You should never lose your favorite mold. I have more than one of them, but I used one the other day and I haven't washed it yet. Shame on me, so it has soap on the top. So I didn't want to use that one. What the heck did I do with it? Oh, y'all. This is gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna make me say ugly things. Oh shoot, I see it. I'm knocking off the shelf. Alright. this because if I have any left over. It's just real flimsy. So it's not easy to move. Alright, so bring my spoon back over and give it another stir since it's been sitting for a couple of seconds. Okay. I'm just going to put it right there. Keep your fingers crossed that I don't make a big mess with this. Okay, before I add the rest, I'm going to go ahead and get it hot. And I'm sorry, I know that shakes my camera. Okay.
Nobody gives you more time free or your workday. Thanks again for spending some time in the office with me.
Slide that out of the way.
All right.
And pull this up. And I needed this mold to complete the amount of bars that she ordered to go along with what's in there. I'm making a mess everywhere. Let me see. Move that up there. Whoops. Alright, Kath. I'm making a mess. Okay. These are also great for the babies. So these are nice size bars for my grandkids to be able to use. Or myself. Okay, and so there's still a little bit in here. And it's too good to waste. So I'll scrape it out into this mold because I had some space at the top. Just didn't have a lot. And that's it. That is my lavender Bastille soap. Like I said, I'm not going to take the time to type it up into the description box. I don't think. If it's a quiet night and I can, I will. Most nights around here are not quiet because I'm pretty sure that I've told all you guys before that we have 10 grandchildren that live on this property. And the property's like 8 acres. And there's my house. My daughter lives next door in her house. And then we're in the process of putting a house back behind our two houses on the back side of the property for my soon-to-be ex-daughter-in-law and those 5 kids. So it's just, right now her 5 kids are mostly between our two houses. There is a camper here that my daughter-in-law is sort of camping out while the house is being put together. We're waiting for the final inspection to happen so that they can go ahead and move in. And hopefully that will be in the next week or two. With COVID-19, things are just behind. When we started this venture, we didn't know anything about COVID-19. But anyway, that's what I have right now. Let me turn it around and make sure you can see what it looks like. Just a nice, simple soap that is just great, and it does make a great bath. I have a sliver, like I said, of this soap in my bathtub that I used last night, and it just leaves your skin so moisturized with all that olive oil, and there's just nothing in there that's bad. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.